What is up, guys? Derek with Divine AV here, and we have something special today. We have the all-new LS12000 hands-on. Not only that, we also have a SONY VPL-XW5000ES that we will be comparing it to. You're comparing a $5,000 projector, which is this unit, to a $6,000 projector. Also, bear in mind, if you guys are local to DFW, give us a call. We do actual installations. We aren't just a review company, and we do thousands of jobs across the DFW Metroplex. So if you're looking to get a cool install and you're looking for the best of the best, give us a call. All right, let's get this bad boy open. All right, we are very familiar with these units. First of all, it's awesome to see them downsize the boxes a little bit, because these boxes have been monstrous in the past. Okay, let's get this bad boy out. I noticed just by holding the box, it's definitely a lot heavier than it was when it used to be. It looks like it doesn't come with a mount anymore. The Pro Cinema used to come with a mount. I'm lying, it does come with a mount. As my brother just informed me, it is in an additional box that comes along with it. Same remote, a little sleeker cord cover. Just from looking at the projector itself, it does look a lot sleeker than the previous unit we were looking at. So that's your cord cover for the back. Let's take a look at it. It looks like they've definitely done some very cool upgrades aside from just putting a laser inside of it versus the old lamp source that it had prior. Let's get it flipped up, manhandle her a little bit. Oh yeah, definitely a cool projector. I mean, it kind of looks like it's been mat wrapped to go off-road, but I still like it. All right, so it does have that matte finish, so if you get mud on it, yep, like leather on it right there too. This is very cool. Of course, Epson's always been cool about this. They do still have their electric lens shift, which for some reason Sony and JVC haven't figured that out. But let's get to what we really care about. What does this thing look like compared to a Sony 5000 ES? Let's get it going. All right, guys, so we talked about the LS12000, the little changes that we saw exterior-wise. Sony has definitely kind of turned this into a Starship Destroyer, which we love the new look of them. Very cool. They've lost a little bit of weight due to the laser source, is what I'm assuming. They did save a little bit of money in terms of getting the price down on this by going to an automatic or like a manual lens shift on it, as opposed to the electric that is offered in both the 6000 and the 7000. But yeah, that being said, it really is a one-time adjustment, and you'll never really have to deal with lens sag, which is kind of a cool thing because you really only get that with electric shift projectors. But yeah, aside from that, it's a big improvement from what it looked like in the past, and it performs very well. We've seen this unit a lot, and we're very excited to put it up next to the new Epson and see how it does. All right, so yeah, let's get right into this.
All right, guys, Warren Divine AV, let's get right into the comparison. All right, we've got the Sony 5000 ES on the left-hand side, and we have the Epson LS12000 on the right-hand side. All right, so let's first talk about the actual images here, and then we'll talk about specs a little bit. So right away, I would say that detail, I've got to definitely give it to the Sony. So if you look right here in the grass, I mean, just superior detail in the grass, even in the, look at the water, look at the greenery here, much sharper, much cleaner. This scene is really good because this is a very dark scene. This is SDR, by the way. You have really good depth in the shadows here in the Sony. It's maintaining the whites, it's maintaining the clarity. You can see each individual little spike on the grass here. Over here, you still have good detail in the Epson. You can definitely make out a lot of the sharpness. It's still a very clean image. I just don't think that it's got that super sharp image that Sony is known for. This Sony is a native 4K projector. It does 4K 60 Hertz HDR, native 4K. The Epson does 4K 120 Hertz HDR, which is a really cool feature of that. So if you're a gamer, and you're looking for a 4K 120, it's definitely something to consider. Now, look at color accuracy. So look at the greens there. So you have perfect greens over here. Both projectors have been calibrated. So you've got really nice greens. You got a very nice wide color gamut in both projectors. This is an accurate green. It is very nice, but I can't get over that detail. So the sharpness here, you can make out the individual pines, individual leaves on this pine tree here, but you definitely have way more detail. You can see more of the individual, leaves on the tree And I think it's just really hard to overlook that. If you look up here in the water, you see all these minerals here coming out of the water. So much detail in here. You can see these shadows and these dark tones up in here. And that stuff is just almost non-existent over here. We worked really hard on both projectors to ensure an accurate image and accurate calibration. They are both set at about 75% brightness right now. These are laser projectors. Both projectors do not need a lamp change, so you're going to have about a 20,000 hour maximum life on both units, both lasers. All right, guys, so we're getting into some HDR content now. This is a video game. Check it out. So we have a ton of detail, ton of shadows, depth in the Sony over there. I'm seeing good depth over here as well. We got good red accuracy, yellow accuracy. So you definitely have really nice HDR on both projectors. It's just hard to overlook that sharpness over there in the Sony projection image. The brightness is very, very comparable. I think these are almost identical brightness in HDR. So I don't think I can really give that to either projector. I think the dark tone is definitely superior over there on the Sony projection system. Both great images. If you look at the motion there, really, really clear motion. Both of them look consistent and accurate. It's hard to choose between them as far as motion. Now, if you look at the motion in this particular scene on the actual concrete there, you can see a bit more detail in the concrete. So neither one of them are really crushing colors. I'm seeing pretty good color accuracy throughout. The whites are being depicted properly, so I'm not seeing any issue there. If you look at that pitch black right there, definitely a little bit darker on the Sony projection. Both really, really nice dark tones overall though. Fantastic projectors. You're talking about two amazing units at this price point. It is hard to get a bad projector, you know, so I think that you can't go wrong with either unit. All right guys, so let's look at the hot air balloons here. So pause on this image, take a look at that fire. So on the Sony, there's so much detail, you can really make out the individual parts of the flame. And he'll take you over to the EPSON projection right now so you can see that flame up close. So it's still good, it's still very color accurate on the EPSON. It's just that detail. And I think this is kind of a trend we're seeing among the Sony projectors, is just a phenomenal sharpness across. Now, look here, so you can make out the individual bricks here. You know, I could literally count the bricks up here in these sections. And over here, it's pretty blurry. This all kind of just is one area. I couldn't decipher those individual bricks over there. You see that section? Just take it down right here. See that section right there? Now bring it over here and look at that same section over here, and you can make out each individual brick. Pretty cool to see. I think, you know, because of there's so much detail, so much color depth, these really do look metallic up here on the top of the building, you know.
Go ahead and give us a call. We offer one of the best warranties in the industry, where we offer a full 1-year blanket warranty on your entire system, so you don't have to worry about anything whatsoever for that first year when you're with Divine AV. And if anything happens in the future, give us a call. We're not going anywhere. We've been in DFW for 14 years. So, you know, we look forward to hearing from you, either my brother, myself, or our lovely office managers at the Divine AV headquarters in Frisco, Texas. And we'll see you on the next console.